Based on the story of the same name from the Railway series book Time Can Thomas Again, Thomas and Bertie is one of the most iconic and popular episodes of the TV series, mainly because it introduces Bertie the bus and it has a great race in it. Thomas is waiting at a junction one day where a bus drives up alongside him. The bus introduces himself as Bertie, who remembers Thomas from the time he took his passengers home after Thomas got stuck in a snowdrift, and tells Thomas that he's come to help with his passengers today. Thomas claims that he could go faster than Bertie, who challenges Thomas to a race. The drivers agree and Thomas and Bertie begin their race. As it takes Thomas a while to build up speed, Bertie takes a head start at the beginning until they reach the level crossing, where Thomas passes him and takes the lead. After that, the road leaves the railway and Thomas stops at the next station to collect and let off passengers. He tells them to get in quickly as he starts off again. He sees Bertie zooming over the bridge and retaking the lead. Thomas tries to catch up, but has to stop at Elsbridge because of the signal. Bertie continues on gleefully while Thomas feels sure that he will lose the race. But he feels better after a drink and is ready to continue just as the signal drops. While crossing the bridge where Thomas went fishing, he finds he can still win the race, seeing Bertie waiting at a traffic light. As Bertie starts again, Thomas reaches full speed and takes the lead as he passes Bertie at the tunnel and makes his way to the last station, winning the race. Everyone cheers for Thomas, but they also give Bertie a big cheer. Bertie congratulates Thomas and remarks that he would have to be an aeroplane to beat him over the hill. The two friends now work together and often talk about their race. But Bertie's passengers do not like being bounced around, and the Fat Controller warns Thomas about running at dangerous speeds. Although it does not seem likely, the two still hope for a chance to race again. The episode properly introduces us to Bertie the bus, who we saw a glimpse of in the previous episode. Bertie is a friendly bus who is ready to help anyone in need. However, he can be quite cheeky and can even be boastful about himself, especially to Thomas, always joking around and teasing him about their races. He can sometimes be quite grumpy, as whenever he breaks down or gets stuck, he grumbles about it. He is always, however, easygoing and cheerful to everyone he sees. This episode has become so iconic that several merchandising has been made around it, and it's been re-released on various VHS tapes and DVD box sets. So how can an episode like this become so popular overnight? Well, I guess a part of it is because of the fact that Bertie the bus is introduced to it, who is arguably one of the most iconic characters in the Railway series, as well as one of the most popular. And I think another part of it as well is the race between Thomas and Bertie, because this was the first time we get to see two characters racing each other in the series, and it's also the second time we get to see a non-rail vehicle. And I'm sure a lot of children and adults do love racing, especially myself since I grew up watching wacky races. And they will make references to this episode in future episodes, as well as have Thomas and Bertie race again in some episodes in the future. But before we knew they were going to have other races, for the time this was a really spectacular episode. It was a lot of fun seeing these two race each other, and we get to see them work off their personalities. You could see the two as being like frenemies, really good friends with a very friendly rivalry, but their rivalry is never to the point where they're very horrid to each other. And that's what I love about these two. They're real friends with each other, but often have banter about their races. And this episode was a great introduction to their friendship. If you haven't seen this episode in a while, I highly recommend checking it out. It's definitely one of the most popular and most iconic episodes of the series, and you'll have a great time watching these two race each other.